And you're not gonna slaughter a goat. You need to slaughter a camel. We don't know where you're gonna find a camel. But you gotta slaughter a camel, then we'll forgive you. You're like, yo.
You need to cross the seas. What up, everybody?
Yeah, hey everybody, you're watching the Nerdgasm podcast. I don't get Superman. For me, Superman's worse. And I'm not talking about in this movie or in the...
It's Appa, the Chewie of the Avatar group.
Yes, he is!
Okay, I'll behave. Okay. Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm here with my good friend, Mr. Sage, the founder of Iron Monkey, to tell you the wonderful news that this is a sponsored video. Yay! Anyway, first of many. This is how we start. Yes, starting. I wanted to show you that there's this wonderful competition. This awesome brand that has decided to work with us for the first ever. Guys, I'm beyond excited. It's thanks to you guys. Anyway, we want to run a little competition for you guys, okay? In a couple of weeks' time, we are going to launch a video. I'm going to interview this man right here. You can win one of his shirts in sizes one large, one medium, and one small. All you need to do is when you listen to the recording, our interview on the Geek Spot that is going to launch in a couple of weeks, all you need to do is write down what he answered in the interview game that we usually play. You know the game we play at the beginning of every interview. We have a game that we play. It's either going to be Would You Rather or Beg, Marry, Kill. We'll decide on the day. But all you need to do is write down the answers to what he answered on the comments below, and then like his page once we put up the links to those pages on the comments. When you do that, you've won. The first three are the first winners. There's no big grand prize, so you better be quick. When the episode drops, you better listen, and once you listen, you comment, and then you've won. You'll just tell me which one you want, large, medium, or small. All right. First come, first serve. Winners are the ones who wake up early for the game. That's all. Anyway, we'd like to send a special shout out to this wonderful brand, Iron Monkey. Please check them out on all their socials. Please, once again, check out the wonderful clothing arrangements. They are brilliant. I'm wearing one of their brands. Look at this. I'm wearing a hoodie, and look, this man knows me and hoodies go way back. Look at this. So please support the brand, support his work. The more people support him, the more people are supporting me. And you gotta get. And once again, this is all thanks to you. Love and thanks and peace. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to yet another episode of Nerdgasm Podcast with my wonderful co-host, Mr. BuckMeister, Mr. Extrodin.
Hey everybody.
Masters, Mr. Extrodin of... Is it Extrodin Things?
Yeah.
Extrodin Things. Follow him on the YouTube's, TikToks, Instagrams. Stalk him. Yeah, that's. You have my blessing to stalk.
We're down one today.
Digitally.
Yeah.
Digitally. Stalk him digitally.
Don't be in his house at 9 p.m. at night. No.
Don't be making him breakfast and anything. He doesn't know what's going on.
We're down one. We lost one to the rugby. Mr. Pillar is out of commission for today. He's in the shadow realm of the rugby.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're not going to be with him today.
Yes, he's given up his life points so that the Springboks have a chance to win. So
they must activate the trap card.
with the price of 1,000 life points, I automatically win the next try.
He must just make sure that he has Exodia in his arsenal.
No, Exodia is old news now. It's all about the Obelisk and the sky dragons and things.
Sure, we're gonna see them now. Oh yeah, and then also Mr. BuckMeister, his what is the name of his channel again? ADHD for the win.
Which one? There's BuckMeister Cool Reacts, and then there's Meister Geek Media.
Master Geek Media, BuckMeister Cool Reacts. He's
Yeah.
also on the Twitters and the TikToks. All right, so follow him, stalk him digitally. I'll keep saying that. Né? Disclaimer: I'm talking about stalking him digitally. Slide into the DMs digitally. Some of these people are taken, so I don't know if you're gonna shoot your shot. You're just gonna get rejected out of hand. But still, I'm just saying, for all of these people, that awesome, cool. If you love comics, if you love the content we are doing, these guys are. In my former profession, there's this term. These guys are subject matter experts. They know what they're talking about, so refer to them all the time. But right now, let's get to the meat of the subject. We are talking about Yugi.
It's time
Yami.
But I still love that intro. And you know what I like? Each new season, the intros get more and more intricate and cooler. And that's what I like about this, about the intro music of this arc. I think maybe one day we'll just say which one of your favorite intros of these seasons you talked about is your favorite, because there's one that I personally like the most.
And it's the same intro, right? It's just that it changed.
It's the same
it just
music,
showed-
but the animation clips and everything.
Yes,
No, but also
yes.
they make slight changes to the music. Like if you hear some of the beats of the music, it's not the same. Like they
Yeah.
add a couple of synths and they add a little bit of like a guitar and all of that stuff, and they hit like certain notes
Yeah,
a little bit harder. They
there's
change it just so
this-
slightly, ever so slightly.
There's a season where they're playing this Egyptian instrument at the very beginning.
Oh yeah.
And oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but you just they're gonna budget now. People are going to the Jigio stuff.
For me, my favorite part about that intro, I mean, it's a lot. Obviously, it's time to, it's fine. But for me, it's the part where they actually show all the main characters, like, and they're all looking all serious. You're like, Tristan and Taya, why are you looking so serious? As if young.
Have you ever in your entire life?
Like you guys dueled one time, I think, and that was it in the whole.
But why you look so serious?
Taya has dueled once at this point.
Yeah.
Just once. Against my Valentine.
But she. No,
there's no way she's gonna win against
She destroyed Joey when he was starting. It was twice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Beyblade.
But Joey didn't know anything.
Remember in Beyblade where Chief was fighting? I mean, was blading. You're like, Chief, you're good at using your computer thing, your technology thing. Let the rest of the guys Beyblade. You're not gonna win this. You know very well you're not gonna win this.
Hey, I haven't watched Beyblade in years.
For a quote unquote anime that I haven't watched much in a long time, Beyblade is right up there. I still remember so many of the episodes.
Yeah, look, for me, Beyblade is one of my favorites ever, man. I really am.
But I won't lie, my number one of the SABC2 post Dragon Ball Z, before Dragon Ball Z or post Dragon Ball Z era shows that used to play at 4 o'clock was Metabot! Yeah! You know,
I never watched Metabots.
Oh, wow, okay. Watch it.
Bro, you have to watch
the first season. The second one is crap.
Yeah, no, the second one sucks.
But the first one, and people don't realize that the relationship between Metabee and Iki is what inspired my relationship between my character Lisiva and the Sword of Saint Michael. They have this. They don't. You need to earn that soul's respect. It's not a, oh yeah, okay, I'm here to serve you or anything like that. And
the first season is like 50 episodes. The first season is 50 episodes.
And there's so much that happens. I don't know how many times the city almost gets destroyed. That's okay. Yugi, we'll go to
Yeah.
Look at us. We haven't even started on your tangerine.
Okay, so with this, where we left off last time, it was Kaiba has started this. Anyway, we find out about the history of the pharaoh, right? And things.
So the season starts with officially called, because there's like a filler season where
I skipped that.
Where this poor child gets this Mokuba gets kidnapped again or something like that.
Again.
No. What happens is there's a well after the whole Pegasus thing, there's a bit of a filler where there's this girl who's known as the dual city what champion or something, and
Yeah.
she's like the youngest duelist, whatever. And then I skipped all of that because I was like,
Oh
this
yeah,
is pure
Rebecca.
filler. Yeah, pure filler.
She was that forgettable. I'm sorry. I didn't even count as an episode. It's like what the hell. It's Rebecca comes. She's a big ass spoiled brat. She wants to get her grandfather's blue eyes white dragon because she thinks that her grandfather cheated him. Blah blah blah. And Yugi, out of his soft, compassionate heart, decides to forfeit the game because he could have won, but she just thought, you know what, this girl, you know what, it ain't worth it. It's not even she's not even worth my stats.
Yeah, and then I think after that filler, then I think what's this? Doesn't Kaiba make the tournament? Doesn't he
No,
make
no.
the?
Enough. Kaiba develops this virtual reality world thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
that's another filler where he makes this virtual reality world thing, and then poor Mokuba gets the board of directors then override the system. Why do you still have those board of directors? I have no idea.
The same
This-
guys. Like, why don't you just
this shows
every-
this proves to me once and for all, like Kaiba was never really meant to run this business. Honest to God, yeah, like this is the mindset of a 14-year-old, 15-year-old child running a business. What do you still do? Why didn't you get rid of this board? These board of directors tried to kill you. They didn't just try to replace you or get you.
Dog, they set up a situation where your soul got snatched. The minute I came back, everyone is fired and going to jail.
It would have been on site. I'd have come with guards and a small militia.
Actually, I'm fighting all of you first. I'm punching all of you first.
That's why I feel like Kaiba is like Sluther, dog.
Your adopted father was in the arms manufacturing business. Are you telling me there's not a weapon or two in the backyard somewhere? I don't like take this arc cannon, take this super laser, take this. We are going to visit the board of members. But I digress. So the board of directors decided, nope, they're going to try and take over the company again. And then we have this weird virtual reality thing where first there's a female and male Mokuba. They get
I
swapped,
skipped all
blah
of
blah
that.
blah. Big
I
ass
skipped
fight. They end up fighting against a gigantic five-headed dragon. It's all the D&D fans who I'm sure is looking at this are like thinking, you son of a bitch. And then, of course, Yugi comes in clutch, saves the day, and that season was over. Right, let's get to the real season now.
Okay. So,
What?
yeah, the duelist tournament, City Duelist.
Julius City.
Oh,
is it
Julius
Battle City. No, it's Battle City.
Battle City.
Battle City.
Sorry.
You know, I wanted to highlight a few things because some people were busy saying that Battle City tournament was Kaiba's way of trying to beat Yugi once and for all, which isn't exactly true. Kaiba was tricked. People don't realize that.
Okay.
Well, was he? Because remember when he goes to see what's her face?
Ishizu.
Yeah, Ishizu. When he goes to see Ishizu, like Kaiba always wanted to duel Yugi. Like I think that was like he wanted to set up something to duel Yugi. Which I'm just like, you can just do that. You're like Kaiba. Apparently anybody can just set up a duel and then it can be broadcasted to the world. Because there was that guy who made Joey wear the dog suit or whatever. Maybe that's where the arc starts, actually. I don't know. There was that guy who made a game where it was with dice.
What's okay, Rex something? Or not even Rex. Duke Devlin. There you go.
Yeah,
Duke Devlin.
Duke Devlin. Yeah,
but
Duke is the guy that Pila was talking about the other time.
He's still kind of filler. He's a filler character if you pay attention.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, but I'm saying he set up a duel and then he broadcast it to the world. And also in the first season, when Kaiba loses to Yugi, everybody like instantly knows. It like travels across land and seas. So I'm just like, Kaiba, you can just duel this guy whenever. But I think that's the thing, is that he wanted something in his deck because he was still traumatized from Exodia.
Yeah.
So
but he knew that Yugi had lost to the Exodia, so it's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, but then he's not the best. He's not at his best.
He just wanted a win. He was just struggling to face the fact that he lost to
twice, technically.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Yugi actually could have beaten him if he didn't put his life on the line to jump off the castle or
Yeah.
whatever.
So we're so no. What I wanted to say is like how issues kind of sort of tricked him is first there was an Egyptian exhibition that came with this big ass
Oh, yeah.
tablet that she was in charge of as part of the Ishtar family. I don't know how they managed to get that out of that little tomb hole thing, but questions for later, children. Then she goes all the way to Yugi in his quote unquote date with Taya. Oh no, it was after the date.
Yeah, it was after.
Yeah, they go to the Egyptian museum.
Side note, I was like, why did the black dude have to be the cheating, conniving? I was like, man, and also it's like it's not even like it's ambiguous. Like he's blackity black. I was like,
You know, we'll come back to that. Let's park that for later, okay?
okay.
Because we'll start feeling bad.
Hey,
we'll start hating Yugi at this rate.
I was just like, guys. He's now elbowing Taya because of a dance game that they're doing. I'm like, dog, this is a little like this universe takes their games way too
Way too seriously. Guys, relax.
I mean, even Duke Devlin, as much as he was filler, he was like, you could have never beaten Pegasus.
And
Never.
he proceeds to beat him in his own game. Imagine, you see, that's how Pegasus must have felt, because Pegasus knows he didn't create this game. He took it. He was inspired from Egypt. This guy makes up a game from scratch.
Creates those deck things. What do you call them?
And those dice, whatever, and he goes and he makes his own gaming center and everything with his own game. And this man comes and kicks your ass. Imagine.
I'm sure the company's like, what happened to that budget that we had for this specific project? Oh no, Kaiba just created a whole tournament. He just wasted resources.
Yeah.
Because he wants to fight Yugi. I'm like, what?
No, I'm convinced that Kaiba was running that business into the ground. That's why these guys kept trying to assassinate him. They're like, this 15-year-old kid is hiring blimps. He's creating city tournaments. He's using virtual technology.
He's spending that cash. He is spending company capital.
Like, they're probably just like, yo, Pegasus, my guy, this guy is beating us dry. All of us can't get any bonuses because Kaiba always has these elaborate schemes.
In Kaiba Land, which was hinted at since the beginning of this entire thing. But anyway, we'll come back to that again.
Yes.
So Ishizu tells the pharaoh, tells Yugi about this pharaoh's like, this is you, this is your destiny, all right? There are gonna be people coming after you. Watch out.
So Ishizu is like a prophet.
Yeah, because a millennium
allows her to see the future.
Allows her to perceive the future. There's a big difference.
To perceive it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because if she could see it and you duel against her, it wouldn't. It's Pegasus all over again, I guess.
It kind of was.
Okay.
And then we have the scenario where then she goes to Kaiba. Cham, Kaiba, look! This is you from the past, and this is the introduction to hocus pocus nonsense Kaiba. Before that, Kaiba didn't really care about what magic powers this person was using, whatever. After this season, like, that's just crap. I don't believe in this nonsense. I believe in whatever I want to believe.
But I think it was remember the moment where he actually was able to read an ancient text, even though and it's like, why is it that I can only I can this as if I know as much as I know English, like as if I've read this before or whatever, I think that's when it started.
No, but also it's just like, bro,
denied it.
No, I'm saying it's just like, bro, you had your soul snatched, like you went through that. Pegasus pulled out a card and you disappeared. And so did Mokuba.
Oh, nah. That's why I'm saying the things, the Kaiba's denial level at this point, that's what really started. Because Ishizu even went further. She showed him a vision of the past. It's like, look, boom, that's you. You're fighting against that sorcerer.
I'm wondering now if Masashi Kishimoto didn't get inspiration from this. Like, you know what? I cannot kill Madara. Let me use that idea that guy used for Yu-Gi-Oh. This whole lineage thing.
And then he goes like, then it's like whatever. Then you just see she's explaining. No, wait, Kaiba. Look at the table again. If you look at the top, you see the most powerful monsters in all of creatures in all of Duel Monsters. Obelisk the Tormentor, the Wind.
That's the time you
Slifer
turned
the
around when you're just like, oh, those cards exist.
Like
all that other
the
stuff.
Sky Dragon, the Wind Dragon of Ra, and what? And Pegasus turned them into cards. Yes, you lie. If you did that, why wouldn't you have used them against me? Like because he's too afraid of their damn power. We only find out much later that the things gave him a heart attack. It's like, how dare you draw me? So
Wait, sorry, say again?
no, the Egyptian gods are like, how dare you draw us? They went, they literally, as he was busy
Oh.
creating those cards. The two people who the guy who made took a photograph of them. I think everyone who did a photography of them or something like that, they ended up dead. And then Pegasus, when he said, "Screw this, I'll do it myself," when he was busy painting the last of the cards, he had this huge vision where he saw all three of them. Like, what the hell are you doing?
So how did they get made then?
No. He made the cards. He just put them in far corners of the world. He was like,
Oh.
"Look, screw that." Which is funny because the only thing that kept him alive was the fact that he had the Millennium Eye. Otherwise, dead was the man.
So wait, but then how do they allow themselves to be drawn then? Because now because they're cards, they can just be used. They don't have an attitude.
Well, that's the funny thing. These Egyptian gods are temperamental because they're like, okay, I'll play along for now. Okay, I'll just go with the flow. Up until somebody, Marik, because he stole the Winged Dragon of Ra.
Yes.
He made copies, and everybody who was using the copies ended up dying.
Damn.
Like, how dare you? Once is enough.
So it's like the Dark Magician because the Dark Magician be spicy sometimes. Like the Dark Magician, like you be looking at him like you're not just a dual monster. You have a lot of attitude.
Yeah, you are entirely too self-aware.
Like hold on. Because he'll come out and he'll just be like, no.
Yeah.
Hey, hold up. He's like, oh, you thought you got me?
No, auntie.
Hey, man.
All right.
Hey, are you alive or not? Okay.
The Dark Magician, the Egyptian gods, same issues. Anyway, I digress. So she then says, okay, there are these guys who are busy, there's this criminal organization that are stealing these cards.
Right.
So if you can help me find these criminals and put them away, then you'll be the hero once again or something like that. I don't remember exact words. So Kaiba's original idea for this tournament was to help track down these rare hunters, because they've got a vast collection of extremely rare cards. So he designed the tournament in a way that the winner takes the loser's rarest cards as a way of saying to the rare hunters, hello, it's the biggest bait in the world.
Yeah, it's bait.
But it's also for Yugi. He wants the best deck so he can do Yugi with the best deck. It's not about he's trying to help Ishizu. Kaiba is in it for Kaiba.
Then the thing that convinced him to take part in the tournament is that she gave him Obelisk the Tormentor. Like, here, take it. You're gonna need this. It's like, oh yeah, but I'm just borrowing it. I'm gonna need it back. It's like, hey, are you sure?
Right.
Like, do you know?
You ain't getting it back.
I'm a multi-billionaire. Do you know what type of capitalist is that? Capitalism. I want this by right of conquest. Nyana, don't worry. Don't mess with me, honey.
No, Ishizu should have just realized Obelisk was gone the minute she gave it to Kaiba.
Yeah, that's the way the line came. You will return the card to me. But anyway, fair enough.
But you know, some of these things sometimes don't really make sense. You can tell they're just plot devices so that we understand why Kaiba has that card to begin with.
Yeah.
But no way a stranger meets you can foresee your future and says, I'm gonna give you this rare card
This
that is so dangerous that people die when they have it. Like, there's no way.
this unbelievably powerful card, but you know
Like the
what?
fact that Kaiba is still alive and you're telling me about this lore and the way he flexes Obelisk through this thing,
One,
it's just like,
it's one of the things that should have told Kaiba there's something more about me than what meets the eye. But still,
Yeah.
denial is Delulu for the Sululu. That's Seto Kaiba's way. So
And here's the
yeah,
thing,
like
if it,
he
if it,
has to be magical if he survived using Obelisk the way he was using Obelisk.
the
Because
way
he even used Obelisk in a test match against a machine, and he was
and
like,
then
"Destroy them, my Obelisk." And I was like, "My Obelisk." From what I know about this guy,
and he destroyed his own favorite monster, like the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Like, it's the one card that even you couldn't defeat. Oh, what? I summoned Obelisk the Tormentor.
no, but that's also delusion because Yugi had that thing beat. It was only until you decided to be a drama queen and jump off the side of a mountain that Yugi couldn't destroy. I was like, dog, okay, don't lie to us now. Come on.
He's lying to himself. He's just lying to himself. That's how Delulu works. I think I was speaking to. Yeah, no.
like the name of this episode is Delulu Kaiba.
Delulu Kaiba. That's what you should call it. If there's one thing you've got to appreciate about people that term Delulu is the Sululu is that if you believe your own lies well enough, you might start convincing others to believe it too.
But here's the thing.
I'm looking at you, Dr. Matthew Lani.
If you really thought that it's all hocus pocus, why take the card?
It's a powerful card.
No, if you really thought it was hocus pocus, why are you still looking at Yugi like when he grew 2 inches and changed his voice that it's the same guy? Like, no, it's not possible.
That level of Delulu is his magical powers. Let's be honest about Kaiba. You know, every character has some hex breaking abilities. Kaiba needs to have that Delulu so strong that he can. When his delusion is that strong, that's why he can activate his hex abilities. Like, well, how come he miraculously draws the right card when he needs it at the right moment?
Hey,
no one knows.
Like I'm saying, the fact that this organization kidnapped your brother. I'm just like, dog, there's something that you should be aware of here. But anyway.
And then there's the thing about Julius Battle City. There are times where, okay, we'll get into the tournament. Let's just get.
It is way better than Dulu's Kingdom, though.
It's way better. It's in a city. People can get food to eat. They won't die. What I had that.
No, when Kaiba says this tournament will eclipse the Duelist Kingdom tournament or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, automatically the fact that people can get food.
And then of course he changed the rules. That's why he introduced the whole master sacrifice thing, which is the only way this game, which is I don't know if this at that point the actual game is existing or not, but that's the standard way the game has been played ever since, because it's the way to mitigate you just spamming the most powerful monsters from the get-go. So and it's not just determined by how many life attack points the creature has. It's to do with how many stars they have.
Wait, so if you have if my monster has more stars than your monster, but they have the same attack points, then my monster wins.
No, if they have more stars, then they require more sacrifices.
Right.
They require more what?
Sacrifices. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh,
that's why.
Like that's why for Slifer you need 2 monsters instead of 1, but then other monsters you can have 1 monster sacrificed and then you can summon the other one or something. From what I'm understanding.
Is it in the Shadow Realm?
Yes, I believe so. Ish. Kaiba!
Kaiba! Damn. Okay.
That guy.
I guess we should just continue, right?
Yeah,
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, there he is. There he is. He's back.
Yeah. It was the Shadow Realm again, all over again.
No, Marik is coming for you.
Anyway, I was saying, okay, I don't know if you lost me. I was just adding that I believe both the Dark Magician and the Blue Eyes White Dragon require 2 sacrifices for you to be able to summon them.
Okay.
Oh, so
Yeah,
if
I'm
it's like
right.
yeah, so it's like
Because
five. If it's like 5 stars and above, you need to sacrifice like 2 monsters or something like that. From
yeah,
what I'm remembering.
Guys,
I think it's 8.
I have a question for you.
Oh,
Yeah,
Since dueling, you take turns, right?
yeah.
When you summon a like if you were to sacrifice two of those monsters to someone, maybe Dark Magician or whatever,
hmm
does that mean that your turn is over, or can you still attack afterwards?
You can attack at that turn. The only time you're not allowed to attack is in the opening turn of the duel. So if you by some miracle manage to summon an extremely powerful monster in the opening turn of the duel, you can't attack. At the same time, if
Okay.
you create I don't know, am I correct? Let me think.
yeah. If you're talking about the fusion monster thing, the fusion monsters have to wait a whole turn to
Yeah,
attack.
a fusion monster has to wait for an
Yeah, the
attack after I
fusion
take.
sort of makes sense, yeah, but just releasing like
Yeah, so
No, that's why the first arc the rules were all over the place because
yeah,
niggas was attacking and defending at the same time. They were planning, playing. They were playing trap
I get
cards.
the feeling the animation studio came up to the guy and said, listen, my friend, you're driving us crazy, right? Just sit down, write the rules, find someone to help you. There's someone in Konami. Konami makes card games, right? They make games, right? Konami, guy, come, sit down with this man and just make the rules so we can know what to animate because we can't deal with this. Okay.
Pillar cartoon world from Pegasus was just like, nigga, what is happening here? The monsters can hide in the book, but they come cartoons. Then they can come out and attack, but their attack power becomes stronger, and they can just dodge attacks and J because
Yeah,
they are cartoons.
because they can't attack. Only toons can attack toons. But the truth is, these things are both toons. But don't ask too many questions.
So yeah, this is where it felt like the rules started making sense. I was like,
Mm,
oh, okay.
mm,
And people actually say I end my turn. All
yes,
right.
it's
yeah,
your
and my
move.
turn. You're like, okay.
Yeah, so you can
Mm.
play 2 cards face down. You can play a monster. Like you can play a
So
trap card and
yeah,
a magic card face down, and then you can play a monster. Then you can end your turn or something like that.
and then you also learn the differences. A trap card can only be played on your opponent's turn. Uh, Magic cards are played during your turn. There are
Mm.
cards that have a permanent area of effect, like
But wait,
like
if you put a magic card face down, what's this? You can't activate it on your opponent's turn. You can
no, you
only
can't.
activate it on. Okay, all right. It's just that
And
they don't know what it does. Okay, makes
what
sense.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to understand as well is if Yugi believes in the heart of the cards,
Yes.
is it basically just then? I mean, how does that apply? Like, if okay, let's say he okay, wait, let me ask this question properly.
Okay, I'm waiting for this question.
Before you put your card for face down, do you see what it is first?
Yes,
You see it,
yes.
yes. It's your card.
Okay.
The
I'm asking
only
because I
the
remember in the first season there was a point where he just put a card without actually seeing it on the thing.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it was
because
the only way to beat the Millennium Eye. Because remember, Pegasus could see people's cards. He could see what they were playing.
Oh yeah, I
So
think also yeah.
when Yugi was talking about the heart of the cards, he was basically like, it's every card in this deck is useful.
Mm.
mm,
So if I put something face down, I mean it's convenient that he was able to put face down a trap card or
Yeah.
something. It wasn't like it was a monster or
That's what I was
whatever.
getting
But
at.
it's called
that's
Getting
but
at.
it's
that's the
called
heart.
hacks.
That's the heart of the cards, bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
It's called cheat code to us, to you.
But like to be fair, Pegasus was also hexing
That's facts. That's true. Mm.
the when that Devlin guy comes in and he's just like Pegasus would never cheat. It's like dog, he beat you at your own game that you invented, and he did it and you didn't even really explain the rules. You mean to tell me he just did it in jail? There's no special things going. Yo, no straight denial. I was like, hey.
Straight in hell indeed.
But
Anyway,
anyway,
okay.
getting back to this thing,
Yeah.
what's this? So I guess we can go right into where Kaiba sets up the tournament and all of that stuff and calls
And
all the duelists and everything,
with the
right?
helicopter. You know
Yeah.
what? This is
So
Right,
this
dumb.
is this is
drama
Kaiba
queen.
at its most dramatic. Like
So
imagine
dumb.
you're on a helicopter pointing to heaven. Why didn't he sort of in their breast you see it slice off his fingers, but still. But in that
How was
point,
he? What was the price again for this tournament?
I think you just get to be known as the best duelist and you have the rarest deck, I think.
Oh, okay.
Not only
Imagine
is
after going to Duelist Kingdom and winning millions. Now you go to
Yeah.
this.
Kaiba is a cheapskate. He can see the capitalism in him. Like what? With who? Everybody else's cards are your prize money. There you go. Bing.
I mean, there was that other filler with this thing that was also I watched it by accident. It was with Mai, where she dueled that action movie star. Where I'm just like, is everyone a duelist in Yu-Gi-Oh? Like,
Oh, when
like
that
do
Jean
you,
Claude
yeah, like do you go to your 9 to 5 and then after work you're like, it's time to do like wait
Yes,
Dueling
what?
with kids.
that children's card game. I'll never stop saying that.
And that's also when that's the other thing that I was like like weirded out about with Maya and Joey, where they were doing like a will they won't they situation a little bit, and it was just
Yeah,
like I think in the manga they skipped it. I think in the manga they skip it, but in
fuckness.
in the animation they did a thing where they have a back and forth, and I was just like, wait, how old is Mai? She's driving and all of that stuff. Okay, I look it up. I'm like, Mai is a full on adult. What is happening here?
How old is she?
I think she's 24 or something like that.
What?
And I was just
His
like, why did they do that? Why not just make
my,
her? Why not just make her 17 or 18 or 19 or something like
my is
So
a
wasn't Joey like
milf at
wasn't
hard at work.
how old was Joey?
Joey's in
Joey
high
was
school.
Joey was 15, I think.
Yo,
Imagine, bro.
statutory.
Hey, dog.
Chicken mad boss.
I was just like, why did they do that? It's the same. Like, I don't know if you ever watched Batum, right? There's this thing called Batum. It was like it was like a battle royale manga thing where people on the island actually kill each other while playing this video game, but they're not playing the video game. They're actually playing as themselves, but they're using video game weaponry
Avatars.
whatever.
Okay.
No, not avatars. It's actual people. They're on an island. They get like a bunch of devices and whatever. And this explosion does this. This explosion does that. This explosion does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you throw it at somebody, it actually kills them. So they're all tasked on this island to kill each other and all of that stuff, and it's insane. But with the love interest in the thing, they have such a huge age gap, and it's just like, why did you do that? Like, I think the girl I think is 15, and the dude I think is 21, and I'm just like, ugh.
I like
The thing is I didn't.
Uh-oh.
Oh, now you're in the shadow realm.
So I was like, oh, this is like I was like, oh, this
Mr.
is okay, and then
BuckMeister,
I was
Marik is
rereading it.
after you.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Cool. So yeah, anyway, I was just saying I was rereading it and I was just like I had to drop it immediately because I was like, how did I miss this?
You know, that's one thing I'm noticing about rewatching stuff from old and rereading stuff. Now that we're a bit older, you're like, what the hell was I reading? What the hell was I watching?
No. You see, the my enjoy thing was like, as kids, there's always been that aspiration. Oh look, he's begging a MILF. Oh my God, she's so old and he bagged her. Woo! Now that you're looking back, it's like,
Like my is hard, so I get it, but I'm just like, why did they make such an age gap? If you were gonna do this, just make her like 18. Like make
yeah,
her
but
18 or something.
but I also like that they specifically it doesn't end up with him running off into the horizon with her. It doesn't end up like that.
I think
No.
they did that.
I think someone came in and was just like, Chief, what is
What?
happening here?
Yeah. I genuinely think that they're probably together. If you really, really think about it. I'm sure the real author, if we were to ask this guy, I wish we had the ability to call the people that we want to talk to and just ask them like, yo, dude,
No, but the author of this thing is in the afterlife. We can't contact him from here.
even still, I wish we could do that. Like, yo.
Imagine right there forming a pentagram. Let us speak to the divine.
You know, like King Kong, how Goku just talks to King Kong out of the blue, and King Kong is always available.
I like how you want this power specifically for a manga creator. You're not gonna use it to contact the
Your loved ones,
ancestors.
your
How are we gonna solve these problems of racism, Chief? Can you come help us? No, let's find out if Joey and Mai
where they meant to
Valentine
be.
are supposed to be together.
You.
The
Okay.
ancestors will
No,
be like, are we a
when
joke?
Tebello called us nerds,
Are we a
he's
joke?
right.
Are we a joke to you, my G? As wow.
Okay. Wait. Let's
Like I'm
look.
just
Yeah.
imagining like we're walking all past all of the spirits and everything and
Like,
all the ancestors and they want to talk to us and then it's just like no, I'm not here for you, Chief. I need to talk to the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Mr. Takahashi, we have come for you. Me? Yes, you. Come.
Only to find
What
out
do you
that he
want?
doesn't care. Oh, I didn't really think about Mai's age. It didn't really bother me. We're like, dude, we wasted this one opportunity
Like, bro,
to ignore our ancestors.
you could have just changed. You could have just changed the age. Just change it.
Like, nah.
Yeah, I can imagine. Those ancestors will kick us out. It's like, I can't wait
Oh.
for you to come.
They'll
Like,
be like,
yeah,
you
don't
see,
worry. You'll be back. No, they'll be
no,
telling us. You'll be back soon. Don't worry. Don't worry.
next
Give
week-
it-
No,
next
they'll
week-
block our drains. Our what's this? We'll find things on fire underneath our sinks. Or lose like our internet will stop working. All the opportunities we're supposed to get will just go to the wayside. They'll be like,
I'll-
Like, good, Chief.
well,
And you're not gonna slaughter a goat. You need to slaughter a camel. We don't know where you're gonna find a camel. But you gotta slaughter a camel, then we'll forgive you. You're like, yo.
you need to cross the seas.
Look at us digressing like crazy. Come back. Let's come back.
Anyway, we're back.
Let's focus.
We're back.
Focus. Right. I
We're
wanted
back.
to touch on one of the important highlights we see with this duel. Firstly, we learned that Exodia isn't all that powerful. Yugi beats this guy handily after he tricks poor Joey to beat him and taking his time wizard.
Cypher is
No.
actually the weakest, right? It's the weakest card out of the three.
Which one?
Cypher.
We'll get to Slifer.
Okay.
Slifer is a glass cannon. We'll talk about him in a minute. What did I want to ask?
Talked about Yugi defeating someone.
Yeah,
Oh
he beat
yeah, the hunter guy who tricked Joey.
who tricked Joey into taking his red as black dragon.
Yeah.
And then Yugi comes the next day and is like, let me show you. And then pa. Even after he's blackmailing poor Joey, I don't know how he tricked Joey into not telling him that he's got Exodia. It's like, don't you tell him.
No, he was saying that if you tell him, then it's goodbye to your red eyes because he'll rip it up or whatever. And it's just like, dog, did nobody else make another black eyes, another card? Did they not just paint another card and you can't just go get it somewhere?
I think the red eyes black dragon is not as rare as the blue eyes, but it is pretty rare. I think they're like.
I get you.
So,
which is also like, bruh, this is a card game. What, like, yo?
Fun enough. The economy hinges on these rare cards, okay? And then we have, if you win a duel, you also win this ticket, this transparent card thing.
The transparent card thing that builds a map.
It builds a map that doesn't make sense, because how does it build a map? If you have two pieces that are identical, do they form? That's one thing that never made sense to me. It's like,
the technology is the technology in Pluto. Kaiba does everything, dog. So
these are afterlife questions that we need to ask.
Yeah. So now we back to the tournament. When he beats this guy, when Yugi beats this guy who had Joey's cards, he wins the red as black dragon. But then Joey's like, no, you keep it. But then what
you want it, right?
You want it. But what you also start to see is that you see Joey start to go off on his own in a different direction. You see, this is like a moment where in a sense, you see a bit of character development for Joey.
Mm.
Even though I don't know if people noticed this, Joey faced all the opponents that Yugi faced in the last tournament.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
But isn't
he fought Weevil because he beat Weevil.
He
isn't
fought,
that like a normal trope? Even in DBZ, they used to do that. It's like after Goku
yeah,
like turns Super Saiyan and defeats Frieza, all of a sudden the other Z fighters can fight some of the fighters that were so powerful before then. You're like, okay.
yeah,
It shows us how powerful now they are now.
yeah. But I was just trying to say, just see Joey develop as a duelist. He still sucks. I don't care what you say.
He beat
And
some people though, but I think maybe they suck too. So
yeah, it's not a matter of it's not a matter of Joey has become good. It's a matter of wow, these guys always sucked.
but they
Yeah,
won. How did they
it's
win
like that,
nationals
though.
then?
Isn't it? Like when you actually start improving on something, like you remember, I'll always use the Zabuza arc as an example.
Yeah.
When we read the Zabuza arc initially, we're like, yo, this guy. But when you get to Madara, you're like, Zabuza was.
Like Kakashi was struggling way too much.
Yeah, no, I think Kishimoto nerfed Kakashi at that point because honestly, when you watch what Kakashi was doing back then, you're like, what the hell was he
No,
doing?
when you see what he was doing when he was in the Anbu Black Ops, you were just like, Zabuza should not have been a problem.
Exactly.
Zabuza was he was just using Zabuza as a teaching experiment. He was teaching
the
the
kids.
kids how to fight. That's all I believe. I refuse to think that he treated Zabuza as any sort of a real threat. And if you look at the way he solved every single one of the problems Zabuza brought up to him, it was all this relaxed. Okay.
Like, okay,
But
Zabuza's about to do some jutsu. Let me copy him on the spot. Why?
And then on the
This guy.
second time, look, he's using his hidden mist, but he's forgotten one important problem that he's got part of my blood. So I'm just gonna put my blood. He has a tagging signal for my dogs to track him down. Oh, there you are. Okay, all right, then let's just kill you with this Chidori. I'm gonna use it very slowly so that my students can see me walk around in slow motion towards this guy.
And all of a
Right.
sudden now we feel sorry for Zabuza because he got. Come on.
And then,
I cried for Zabuza. I did. I'm not even gonna lie.
was it a student-master relationship? Because I was really.
Yeah, it was confusing.
I think what Masashi was trying. Okay, but that's Naruto. Let's
Okay, yeah,
focus. Eh,
Look at.
Sorry.
We're gonna call this session the ADHD session because look at our attention span. We're like,
yeah.
I think it's just because it's just reference to what was trying to say right now to make a point right now that
Yeah.
Bebo when it started
It's like Pegasus with that Millennium Eye. Like when you see it in the first season, he was flexing this thing so much, and then you get to Bo, Bakura, and what's this? And Marik, and you're just like, bro, this guy was small potatoes. This guy was
and then in this season we get introduced to this new bad guy called Marik. But how we get introduced to this bad guy called Marik is through Bandit Keith. People forget that.
Yeah.
And once again, stupid, dumb, naive Yugi. What were you thinking? Oh, I can predict. I can sense the spirits. I can predict the future. Give me the trinket. I can tell you what your fate is. This child takes off his. He put a damn chain around it just to say, no, I need to keep it safe. Then he decides, I'm sorry. First the cards,
and they keep saying,
then the puzzle.
They keep saying that Yugi's the best out of them. I'm like, how? Like,
but I mean, what, he's supposed to be 15. I don't expect him to make smart decisions. That's why the Pharaoh has to step in. Like, you know what, Chief, you're not doing anything here.
But the Pharaoh died as a kid as well, so we can also infer that they're both kids. What I'm trying to say is, have you not learned how to distrust people?
No, but the Pharaoh be making decisions where I'm just like, this guy be like an adult. Like, he's just like, we're not talking to this guy.
He has experience as a leader, so that helps because he's more decisive.
Yeah. But give away your pendant to this crazy to this hooded man who's.
No, I'm guessing like, yeah, that's when Yami should have been like, bro.
Whoa, wait.
Yugi,
what are you doing? Yugi, what are you doing?
I guess, but you know what? When I saw it as a kid, I just thought, because personally speaking, I didn't believe in Yugi. I always thought that Yami was the duelist. So I think they were just trying to show us that no, Yugi can actually also,
Like he actually
save the
does know
day.
what he's doing
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
but
terms
that's
of
what.
dueling.
But then that's when we see, we also see Bakura was back to his evil ways, and we get and to prove your point, Bakura has been using that Millennium Ring with so many spam hacks I've ever seen. Look, though, he was watching this duel from the shadows. He's just saying, "Oh, there's a person using a Millennium Rod. Who is this person going after my man? The Pharaoh is my man. Nobody touches my man except for me." And then
I'm
like,
gonna
break the
intervene.
link. Break that
That's
link.
the other thing. I'm like, wait, is Bakura evil or is this thing inhabiting the spirit of the eye thing evil? Because I'm just like Tristan threw that thing into the bushes. Unless Bakura went to go find it, I don't understand how he got it again.
It just came back.
I think it's like the ring, ne? In Lord of the Rings.
No, no,
It's
no.
like it calls you.
It
Because I'm just like,
part.
maybe Bakura was always supposed to be a bad guy. Because when he
Yeah,
starts off, he's just unassuming. And then all of a sudden, he's summoning monsters from the cards into real life. And it's
no,
like,
no.
wait, Heban, you can do that?
Okay, I'm gonna break the rhythm here. Yes, the answer is both yes and no.
Hmm.
um, it's the same with Yugi. Think of Yugi and
Yeah.
Yeah.
think of Bakura. Bakura and Yugi are basically the polar opposites.
Yes.
Where
Oh, okay.
there is
Okay.
a good person who's basically a reincarnation of the person who lived in the past. Now, that person who lived in the past, in terms of uh, Bakura, was the embodiment of pure evil.
Yes.
Asan, but then how did Bakura, so just because he was like, because Bakura seems
Yeah,
like well adjusted, he seems
Oh,
kind of
it's
like,
a kid. Yeah.
he's just a kid. But then this Millennium Ring was like, we have a mission, Baba.
eh.
And Bakura seems to be more level-headed. Like I'm talking
he's
about good Bakura. Like he
yeah,
seems to be more level-headed than everybody else. Well, maybe not Taya, but yeah.
he's the most level-headed friend of the group.
Yeah.
But then he just happens to be possessed by the embodiment of pure evil.
Yeah. Basically. Yes.
And in this case, throwing the Millennium Ring away wasn't going to help because it's him.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
It's his destiny type of thing.
Mm. When they okay, there's a line you'll see. There's a line he says in the blimp that I don't want to spoil to you, but he just basically infers that he is the darkness. It's not just
Mm.
he's not like a person who just got corrupted into evil or something like that. He's not like Pegasus. He is the darkness. That's why he always just keeps coming back like a bad wet dream.
Mm.
Oh, like a terrible example, but still.
Ah.
Yeah, I have stuff like
But yeah,
eight.
yeah, yeah. But then also, okay, so getting into this thing, so Joey defeats Weevil, which it's always nice to see Weevil lose because I do not like that character at all. It's just like, hey, bruh, yo,
Mm.
The voice
how?
actor, it's like
And
okay, this is the bad guy. All right. I'm gonna make it. Like
Yeah.
why?
But I'm saying
and
also just his voice aside, I'm just like, dog, how did you get to the finals of anything?
no, he's useless. Let's just admit it.
Him
Even the
and the
way
Dino guy, both of them. I'm like,
even the way they beat he dueled Joey. He cheated. If for people who don't know.
no, I'm saying like him and the Dino guy. I'm just like,
Mm.
you guys are not formidable to anybody.
Mm. No, they're not. They're
I
not.
think
Also, shout out to Mai using her 24-year-old bodies to seduce an 11-year-old to kick him out of his room. Takahashi, what was going on?
You know?
yeah.
Okay, I wanted to get to the what part did I miss out with regards to that flashback? Oh yeah, then Bakura corrupts part of the Millennium Puzzle. Very
Right, right,
important for
right.
the plot. Then he rebuilds it in one sitting in a burning building, but he rebuilds it. Yay! Happy for Skippy. We get to Joey beats the insect guy, even though he cheated. Do you know how he cheated, right?
Yeah, he infected his deck with a
with a bug
parasite or whatever.
with a bug card, yeah. Then now suddenly you can't attack him with BuckMeisters.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway. Then like how did you know he was gonna draw that card in the first place? No comment. Okay, there's so many questions. There's so many questions.
Heart of the cards. Just anytime they get the card they want, it's the heart of the cards.
And
That's
then we get to Yugi's duels, where you learn that and you see that every duel that Yuga's fought with, Yuga's basically dueling against one person. And that's Marik in different forms.
Yep.
Marik
only-
is so spicy. Like if there's anyone who's more dramatic than Kaiba, I think it's Marik.
Yeah.
But Marik doesn't like the spotlight. He was like, listen, this is my puppet. I'm going to deal with this. I want to deal with this for. Oh, okay, no. Except for the. Yeah, no. It wasn't Marik. I'm lying. It was sort of Marik because he semi possessed the minds of his rare hunters. But of his duels, these rare hunter guys, the Dark Magician duel was one of my favorites.
But I'm saying it was insane. Dude was like, we will both go to the shadow realm. It's like, bro, what?
No, you won't.
No, I'm saying if Yugi didn't save him, like bro was going to the shadow realm. And it's just like, dog, I don't know what this woman did, but you're gonna be banished to the nethers forever and ever. I don't know. Maybe go meet another woman. Like maybe that didn't work out. You can plastic surgery is a thing. You can there's options here. I don't know why you have to risk banishment to another dimension where your soul gets destroyed.
In the anime, in the manga, that was a hacksaw that was gonna cut off your legs.
Wow.
Wait, in the manga,
Yeah,
it does what?
it was a hacksaw that was going to cut the legs off.
Mm.
Well, I don't know which one is worse because that one you get mutilated, but
And
the
you
cartoon.
die.
Yeah, but I'm saying you die, but then
So it's
also
not a
the
magic-
other one is when it takes you
It's
to
actually-
it takes you to the shadow realm, and then you get destroyed by the Soul Reaper, and your soul gets like sent to oblivion. So I don't know which one is worse.
It's just for kids trying to censor the term death, which doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but I'm saying like
It's
even with
bad.
Shadow Realm, if you think about it, it's insane. Like
Yeah.
Shadow Realm is just like anyone that gets sent there, you're not coming back.
But
It's
technically,
over.
no. You see, the thing is, they prove that the people do come back from the shadow realm, quote unquote.
No, like
No, but-
I'm saying, there's like conditions, sure, but if you don't have any of those conditions in your corner,
Yeah,
it's
dead.
over.
And then like later on, where Seto Kaiba starts fighting alongside Yugi, or rather, it's then the silent one, the dog, the man
Oh,
comes
yeah.
and fights. That's when you get introduced to my boy,
Mm.
my boy. Of the three Egyptian, look, everybody like you mentioned, people like to say that Slifer is the weakest of the three Egyptian god gods. In technicality, he can be the most dangerous. He's the most volatile of the three, because
Isn't that what they say in the show that he's the weakest?
No, he starts off the weakest, but because of his effect, if the more cards you draw, the triples. I think it triples his attack strength.
no, he gets 1,000 attack points for
Oh,
every card you have.
okay, yeah,
So-
he gets a.
But doesn't Obelisk have like infinity life points or something?
He can get infinity under certain circumstances. One, you need to sacrifice two additional monsters for him to consume.
Okay.
That's the other thing.
And
And
wasn't Cap sacrificing the blue eyes all the time for that to happen? I could be
It's a-
mistaken.
Not at that point. He didn't sacrifice the blue eyes. He's too in love with the baby shame. But there are other monsters he did sacrifice. Like when he fought against the machine, he sacrificed two monsters, and then those monsters ended up giving him the power he needed to destroy the blue eyes ultimate dragon.
Mm.
And then in the other special ability Obelisk has is that he can deal direct damage to you if you make two sacrifices again.
Okay.
But like Slifer, he can get greater attack power than I think most cards, because like his thing is like his on the card it has an X, and
Yeah.
then 000. So basically, for every card that you have in your hand, so if you have 5 cards,
He's
he
got
gets
5,000 attack
5,000
points.
attack points. And then if you draw another card and all of that stuff, for every card that you draw and have in your hand, so if you have like if it's the next turn and you have 3 cards, Slifer gets 3,000.
And that's the one part. The other part of his other special ability also makes him. That's what makes him even more dangerous. Is that whenever you summon a creature, it automatically deals 2,000 damage.
Wait, so
So that
Slifer can up the attack power of other monsters?
no, it attacks every monster your opponent. Like if you have Slifer and you summon a creature, it deals 2,000 damage to that creature automatically, regardless
As
of
an
what happens.
Oh,
opponent.
to your opponent's card.
Yes. So now imagine how many creatures do you know have got more than 2,000 attack points that you can summon flat out from your hand
It's not a lot.
without
Oh,
a
okay.
sacrifice.
Maybe in
Oh,
your
okay.
deck, but in
So
your hand, it's not a lot.
okay, so then it means that once this anytime, so if you play Slifer and I'm playing a card and my monster has an attack point of 1,900, Slifer wrecks it immediately.
He wrecks it immediately.
Oh,
That's why I'm saying Slifer is a glass cannon. He will shoot you and shoot you and shoot you and shoot you and shoot you. And the the problem is that it's dependent on how many cards you have. And that's
yeah.
how Yugi, with the help of Kaiba, people should remember that Kaiba actually helped Yugi realize that weakness, managed to defeat Slifer the Sky Dragon.
That's why sometimes I wonder whether they're frenemies or whether they're
No,
actually.
Kaiba respects Yugi or Yami. Kaiba respects him, but it's just like, you beat me. I have to get my get back. I can't just walk around here with you having a 1-0 over me. Like,
Right.
I'm helping you because I want to be the one specific. It can't be anyone else. No.
Exactly, and that's how it worked. Because immediately after the duel, Kaiba was like, "I challenge you, bitch." I was like, "Oh wait, let's go to the." I was like, "What? I'm challenging you right now." And Battle City Rule says you can't say no, so it's
It's like
time.
Vegeta tendencies right there.
But
No,
then,
and also it's just like, bro, I just heard that a demon possessed man is stalking my friends. Can we maybe just wait?
yeah, that's when
Kaiba's like, this sounds like an excuse. Dog.
How is
you
this an
had him too.
excuse?
You had him too. You were listening to him, didn't you? Merrick over there. Merrick is like, you're right. Merrick is the most annoying villain of them all. He's the most dramatic one because he was just chilling in his yacht, driving to the city like, oh, it's time for my afternoon, my afternoon cocktail on his expensive ass yacht while letting his minions drive his enemies
Hey,
crazy.
dog. And then also, like, Merrick, like, will tell you his plan every episode. I was like, at some point, dog, I understand. Can we just,
Someone
like,
is
I don't,
for the first
yeah.
time. Let me
Yeah, that's what it
play
felt
it
like.
again.
Yo, that's what it
Yes.
felt like. I was like, maybe because it was week to week, but every time a new episode would start, I'm going to collect the 3 Egyptian god cards and the puzzle and have the great power of the pharaoh. Next episode, I'm going to
What?
collect the 3 god cards and get the puzzle and have the power of the pharaoh. Okay, dog, yo, yo.
It was Monday to Thursday. Every time hearing the same drivel over and over again. You're absolutely right. That guy was like was on repeat. But
I actually got tired of that arc because I felt like, okay, is this demon that stubborn?
which
You know,
demon?
well, whoever's possessing, because Merrick is also the same thing with Bakura and Yugi, right?
Yeah, so Marik was basically just trying to be a Bakura to everybody else.
Yeah.
No, but wait, like Marik didn't exist in ancient times. I think he's new.
No, I think
No, he didn't. He didn't. No, you're
didn't exist.
absolutely right. He didn't.
No,
No,
he didn't, because also Ishizu is relatively young as well. She just has a Millennium item.
Ishizu did exist back in the ancient times. Funny enough.
Wait, what?
I kid you
Okay.
not. She's a reincarnation. Marik isn't.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
maybe that. So that's why he's beefing with this thing because he's like, I'm not a reincarnation. I deserve to be the pharaoh. Okay.
So
yeah.
what's possessing him then? Because I do know that he's possessed.
Because his father was the biggest douchebag in the history of douchebaggery. He insisted that he wanted to have a male son, right?
Yeah.
First, they have first the mother finds this abandoned baby who becomes Ishizu. No, no, not Ishizu. Whatever his name is.
That guy, yeah. The guy
Yeah.
who was selling whatever he was selling, it's the souvenirs or whatever you want to call it.
No, 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 no. He's like Merrick's right hand man. This big ass buff dog
Yeah. The guy who's wearing like
Oh, right. The guy with the tattoos on his face.
with the tattoos on his face. Yes, him.
mm,
So he gets picked up by who Merrick's mom, but she wasn't Merrick's mom at that time. And it's like, look, we found a baby. The gods blessed you with a son. And the guys that are like, that ain't no son of mine. That is some rat you picked up from the street. I want a male. I want a male heir for the Ishtar line.
mm.
So then she gets pregnant, and boom, out comes Ishizu. Damn it, this is a girl. What am I gonna do with this thing? I want a boy, damn it. And then she like find this, she gets pregnant. Third time, dies at childbirth, bringing Marik to the world. Like, there's a damn son.
Bringing Marik? Damn, that sucks.
Then dead. Then it's like, finally, I've got a son. Who cares about this? Who cares about this woman? You're just a spy anyway. Then he grows up. Marik has no desire to be a tomb keeper. Like this. Everybody's like, this is a serious duty. It's a high honor. You're supposed to do. They're like, no, I just want to live my damn life.
Mm.
And even the guy's like, Dad, even though you're not my dad, the eldest guy,
Mm.
let me take the oath because you can see your son doesn't want to. It's like, what the hell? I think there's a part where he actually beats him up.
Damn.
Then
Well, in the League of Anime Dads, he's kind of like lower tier. He's not the worst.
Yeah.
yeah, and then he takes poor Merrick. Uh, brands these tattoos on his back, and when people say they brand him, it's like it's not like they took a big ass tattoo inker and made this ink. He literally took the knife that's in the Millennium Rod and stabbed those things
Mm. Mm.
into his son's back.
Hectic.
Okay, he's moving up the ranks. He's saying
And
hello to Yujiro Hanma.
so he does all that. Poor child gets angry. It's like that's what you start seeing. His anger and resentment created the dark half that's within Merrick.
Mm.
And the only thing that was keeping back was that his older brother, who was treated like a butler, actually went and did his own ritual and scarred his own face with a knife and put those marks all over his face as a mark of solidarity that if you're suffering, I'm gonna suffer with you, my brother. And that's the thing that kept the evil side at bay. That there's someone who cares about him.
Mm.
We'll
Mm.
talk about what happens later because the big reveal happens in the blip. But yeah, no, the dad gets what is coming to him. Don't worry. Don't feel bad about the dad. Justice
All
prevails.
for a card game. You
All
get
for
that?
it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
well, in this context, remember the card game is based on ancient Egyptian magic, and
No, but I'm also like, that's the thing. It's like, why are you carrying the beef of dead people? Sheesh.
no, it's because they believe that the pharaoh who was sealed is going to come back, and it's like, I'm putting words into my mouth at this point, like something to do with they always suspected that the pharaoh is coming back, or something like that. Is that
Yep.
explicitly said? But I think when they looked at this man with a spiky hairstyle, I was like, this hairstyle looks familiar. And then as I looked at the carvings, like, Ishizu, I think it's time for us to head back to the United States or to Japan, to Japan America.
Mm.
Go talk to this man.
Nicely put.
the Japa US.
Yeah, Japan US.
All right, so let's talk about the big. I think then let's talk about the big duel of this arc, which was possessed Joey versus
Oh no! Before we go there, let's just touch on the duel where they end up working together, because it was the most where Seto
Oh,
Kaiba
right,
works
right,
with Yugi,
right.
because for me it was the most annoying duel of my life. Those
Mm.
masks of restrictions and masks of whatever, and this mask
No, and Kaiba just saying, I'm not gonna work with you, I'm gonna win this single-handedly. Bro, what? I will
in a
save
duel
Mokuba myself.
where, and that's where you see this shadow realm thing is just it's just a pseudonym. The rules of the game, once your life points reach 0, the bomb set of shattering the glass where you fall to your death.
And I'm just like, why are we murdering each other over these cards? Like, guys.
Like what? And
Like,
then how do you guys agree to this duel? Like,
yes.
let's duel. I summon. Oh yeah, we also have to admit I think the Dark Magician Guild came to existence because there's a lot of queer coding around the Dark Magician, and they thought,
Probably. I feel, I feel like
that
the
bigger
editor's
moment was
probably
like,
had something to do with that because she just started appearing out of nowhere. Like we
she,
didn't even know that Yugi had this card.
There's a
but
lot of cards he has that were like, where did this come from?
she's in the manga. She is in the manga, so she is canon.
No, no,
Let's
that's why I'm saying that I think the editors probably
uh,
told him, dude, I know, include
my
Dark
guy.
Magician Girl or
We,
something.
we we need some we need some female fandoms here.
Mm.
Te ain't cutting it. It's like, okay, fine then. How about
Uh,
But she's also a good design though, eh? Dark Magician Girl.
she is a good design, and in the manga, her attack is not dark magic; it's black burning, which is different from black magic. But anyway, that's how, and she gets stronger whenever a dark magician is in the graveyard. That's how it ends. Anyway, that's and then you don't see. Oh, I forgot to add. I wanted to mention that when the first Egyptian god card that's summoned is or on the that Yugi faces is Slifer the Sky Dragon. And to see just how terrifying an experience it was, the Dark Magician was nowhere to be seen in that whole entire duel. I was like,
uh,
that's yours, my
I'm
guy.
saying,
Like
no.
single attack.
Also when they're dueling, when it was the Kaiba tag team, he also doesn't use the Dark Magician because the minute Obelisk comes out, everybody just decides I'm piecing out of this tournament. I don't know what the hell is that. Like Obelisk got like a huge summoning thing, like the sky changed colors.
Yeah,
I was like,
Holla.
what
What kind of
projection technology?
hologram do you have?
Hey, dog.
Seto Kaiba, can you please get over your Delulu and admit that these things are magical?
If you're like
And
the sky was purple. I'm like, bruh, how do you not notice the sky being purple? Like that can't be your
but
technology.
the guy was spamming those cards all the time. I think they beat those two twins twice, by the way. Those evil
Yeah.
guys,
yeah,
because
yeah.
the first time Satakaba was like, "Don't worry, I summoned all three of my blue white dragons. Then I sacrificed them all to summon Obelisk the Tormentor."
Yes, that's what I was talking about when I was saying that he sacrifice the blue eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
you're right.
basically he does a move where he summons like a dragon guy that has two flutes that can
Yeah,
summon three dragons.
the flute of summoning dragon. It's Lord of
Yeah.
Dragons and the flute of summoning dragon. And yeah, you see, this is me nerding out. Nerd moment. Special abilities of this Lord of Summoning Dragon. When he plays that flute, he can summon He can summon two dragons into the field. It works on both hands, by the way. So if your opponent has a dragon in his hand, he can also summon a dragon. And while he's on the field, no. All special effects, all magic and track parts are immediately immediately rendered useless on any dragon on the field. Fun fact for for Yu-Gi-Oh players.
So, but then how did he do it in one turn? So because he summoned the dragon and he played the flute
Yes.
in one turn, then he was able to summon all of those dragons in one turn.
Then basically because of the fruit, so it's like a special summoning that's
Uh,
allowed.
oh, okay.
But then they are still not allowed to
Kaiba!
attack. But a summoned monster can. So wow, like Obelisk come, boom, only to get hit again.
I love Obelisk's attack though. It looks really cool. I think it's some of the best animation in the show.
Fist of Fate.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Which is
also,
funny.
it sounds like it has a dope name as well.
Yeah, it's Mr. Fate and oh, Slifer's names are also cool because it's Thunder Force Attack and Lightning Strike.
Mm.
But in the anime, it has a different name. Well, the Lightning Strike is correct, but the Thunder Force is called Conductor Thunder Force. So,
Mm.
anyway, here we go. Here is our net. Here we are netgasming again. Let's come back.
Ah.
Title drop. Um. Oh, we are talking about Kaiba's duel on top of that big ass mountain.
You were actually saying that. I think you said you were talking about how Kaiba and Yugi were both dueling, tag teaming something.
Right. Because Marik kidnapped Mokuba, and Taya, being a real one, just decided to let this little boy escape first. I was just like, yo, why don't you try and climb through the hole? Maybe you can fit. You're also skinny.
Yeah.
I would have tried. I would have had to get stuck if that was the case. Because I don't know why she didn't even try and climb up. Because already they got kidnapped. Like, I was like, yo, this is wild.
Hey, can you please explain the extraordinary length Merc went to keep himself in the shadows? Like, you pretend to be me while I take over this man's mind.
Right.
The guy's extra for no reason whatsoever, and then he meets up with Bakura. They're about to fight, but no. Let's work together for the time being. How about that? Fine.
Yeah, because that's when you start getting confused. Like, Bakura, or the spirit that is taking over Bakura, is like the Millennium items are untold power. But then he's like, these three cards and the puzzle are untold power. So I'm just like, you guys are already going to have a clash of ideals, because
Yeah.
the puzzle is also a Millennium item. So it's like, if you need it and he needs it, how are you guys going to work
How
together?
are you guys gonna make it work?
But can you explain what the plan was? Okay, Bakura pretends to be injured, and then he pretends to be the guy who rescues him.
Like, injured from what? When? Where?
Who injured him? What's the
Who
plan?
cares though? Who cares that Merrick is saving
And and then no, of course he wants to ingratiate himself with the good guys because Bakura is quote unquote a friend at this point. But I'm trying to think, like, when Bakura wakes up, what's next? Who attacked you? Why did you,
Yeah.
how did you get
No one
beaten?
asks any questions,
No one
nothing.
cares. Like, at that point, everyone's sick and tired of Bakura's like, oh, Bakura is doing his thing again.
He's falling over for some reason.
God,
Okay, but now we should talk about the big
dude.
duel.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Which, again, Merrick, bro, I'll sink you to the bottom of the ocean. Did you not think that maybe Yugi might fall into the bottom of the ocean with the very Millennium item that you need for your plan to succeed?
Right.
Are you gonna dive down there and go fetch it? Like,
Yes, that's the plan.
hi, okay, so you're gonna send scuba divers or something.
Hmm. And then, what the hell? Yugi sacrificing himself in the end of the duel.
Yeah, I don't know.
You mean Yami or Yugi?
No, Yugi.
Yugi. Yami was like, let me take over. And then Yugi was like, no, Pharaoh, no. I got this. This is, for heaven's sake, this is Joey. What can Joey do to us? It's just a kid. Come on. Let me at him. And then the Pharaoh was like, hey, well, yeah, right. It's just Joey. We've beaten him before. But if Joey was possessed by this guy, oh, these guys are more powerful than I imagined. But you know what? It's fine. I'm going to mind screw him. I'm going to unmind screw him the way Merrick has. Oh, look at your card. It's a
No,
red black dragon.
that's the powers of friendship. Like, that's when you were like, yo, because Merrick was using all the baloi he could fathom. He was
Yeah.
using all of the incantations and spells he could fathom.
He was working overtime.
Yeah.
Oh, well done, Merrick. And then obviously, Seto Kaiba manages to beat these guys with a card.
Which I was like, wait, what? And also, like, Seto, call the police.
It's my Battle City tournament. It was not going to be some clown.
All of this influence.
But here's what I was getting at. if your plan, which proves your statement, it was all about jiu-jitsu from the get-go. If your plan was to use your influence to start this tournament to find these rare hunters who have got these rare cards, where are your agents to go and get the drop on them? Like once they start coming out, why aren't you arresting these people? The quote unquote leader of the bad guys possess these people, and then when they get freed of that possession, couldn't they have said, okay, no, the boat is over there? Oh, Mokubo could have told them they're in that boat over there. Arrest everybody in that boat or capture him. Or I don't know, your goons. Have you learned nothing from Pegasus? Pegasus had goons, Kaiba.
Yo,
Had goons
no, but
with
Taya, she like they literally were like, we're gonna drop this crate on you, and I'm like, Kaiba, call the police, call somebody.
never. This is a 17-year-old solution to all the problems. Or 15. It's a 15-year-old solution to all this. I will beat them up myself. Watch me.
That's why going off tangent a bit.
And
Why Zarbon decided to have teenagers with attitude to save the world.
no.
You
No,
mean Zordon, right?
That's fine.
Oh, sorry, Zarbon.
No. We cannot afford to tangent into Power Rangers
No,
now.
I was just saying,
It's critical.
like the way you're explaining this logic is, I'm starting to understand that, you know what, having teenagers to do these things doesn't make sense. Like, there's no.
But an undercover worldwide card stealing organization. This is somebody, some grown-ups are supposed to be handling. Let's think about it. It's the same way that in the Pokemon game, you took on Team Rocket. You are a 10-year-old child
Exactly.
beating up all of Team Rocket, including Giovanni, a 50-something-year-old man. And the only reason he agrees to leave is that we beat him in in a game of Pokemon. This is the same thing. There are adults that are getting beaten by children, and the
But
only
like Merrick is grown. Like Merrick is supposed to be like a fully grown man of some
no,
sort, isn't he?
Merrick,
Probably
Merrick is
me,
about
my
Merrick
age.
he's about the same age as not my. He's a child.
Also, like,
Yeah,
how does he have the access to these resources to be pulling these maneuvers?
murder and my possession.
Damn.
Because like it's crazy that he's like, if once your life points, I'm like, also how does that mechanism work? Like, does he just blow up the pier? Is it attached to a bomb?
Imagine life point counters attached to bombs over and over again. You got bad guys that are cheating because if they lose the duel, they had parachutes and stuff. He wasn't about that life. He was all about Merrick is the most slimiest of all the villains. I sometimes I felt like I wanted someone to slap him so bad at this season. It's like this guy is so slimy.
And I think that's why this arc was so long. It's and broken.
There's too many machinations by Merrick. It's just like
Yeah.
But big ups to the plot twist at the end, because as much as we discussed it by Merrick as it is, we actually kind of felt sorry for him in the end. Like, wow, they made him way worse when he went Super Saiyan.
Yes.
Wait. Oh, is this when Joey breaks free of the mind control, ne?
I'm talking about later on, but when Joey breaks free of the mind control, I think then Joey breaks free of the mind control. That Merrick should have realized then that Joey has anti-magic power flowing through his veins. But he does this over and over again, specifically against Marik. Ever since they unleashed him, he's been like a bloodhound after Marik. Is like, I'm dueling Marik. Oh, look, Marik is coming. That's Marik. They're coming to the tournament. Oh, really? I'm dueling him first. Have at me.
Yeah, no, I'm saying Joey. Like, I mean, I get it, because I'm just like, bro, you took over my mind. We have to fight. Like, that's why for me, I'm even like, forget these cards, bro. You have to we have to go hand to hand. Like, I just take this outside.
And big ups to the fact that Tristan look what happened when Tristan wasn't there. You see, the muscle of the group is always important. If Tristan was there, they would have tried to capture them, and he would have laid his hands, and there would be no problem. But Tristan was out there trying to go get his future ex-wife.
Future ex-wife.
Future ex-wife. You didn't think they made? You think they didn't make it?
Look at Tristan, guys. Let's. Does anyone think that a relationship with Tristan and Serenity would last?
I have hope. I have hope.
So I think so.
Your best friend is checking up with your younger sister. Let's put it in that context.
That's Ross and Chandler and Monica. It makes
And
sense.
that's in Friends, and that's Friends had to censor some things and not to go with real life. You got siblings. Would you let your best friend check up with your sister?
I mean, it depends because
Yeah, I mean, look, they're still teenagers, so it won't
Yeah.
make sense. But if you're adults, I think so.
Yeah, if you're adults,
Because
I
if
can
you have a
see.
best friend and you
And
trust your
also, like the other thing is, like Tristan saved her life. Like, bro
yeah,
was running track meet with her on his back, running from full on adults, and he
You
was
know,
fighting full on adults for this girl. So I'm just like, I think you gotta give him something. Like the fact that he's taking on 3 grown men by himself, and he's just like, let's go, Baba. It's like, yo, how much do you like this
you
shit?
know.
Like I know family members that love me that wouldn't have done that. They just like I'm fit.
I said,
I,
you know,
dog.
even you
There's
fit like
three of them, and I have to run with you on my back. I can't even run by myself. Now I have to pick you up and run as well. Like Tristan was pulling on some feats of note. He outran 3 grown men with a girl on his back. I'm like, chief.
okay,
yeah, but I feel
okay.
like also Serenity was being over dramatic sometimes, eh? Like being this damsel in distress
She
role.
she was she was the quintessential damsel of distress. You know, everybody's busy saying Tay is like Tay is
No,
like Sakura. In this season, that was Serenity. Serenity is the
yeah.
Sakura of this season. What was her
No,
point?
guys, I don't understand this comparison of Sakura because I still think Serenity is better than Sakura.
Not at
Remember,
all.
no, here's the thing with Sakura. Her character is just terrible across the board. Like, Serenity, at worst, you can say she's a non character. The Sakura is a terrible character. There's a difference. I'd take a
Alright.
non character over a terrible character any day.
But I'm saying in the sense that she exists only to carry a certain plot point up to a certain point.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That is it. Because it was
It
like
worked though. But it
hmm?
worked. It worked though.
she finally gets the courage to remove the eye things because she finds out that her brother is literally sinking to his death, and then she dives on after him. I'm thinking, do you know everybody? Okay, you know what, let's not talk about the real world. This is a fantasy world because I'm assuming automatically your eyes work after surgery. Sometimes
No, you want to know what's crazy? Is Kaiba making a robotic, what's this, helicopter maneuver to sink the thing that was going to crush Taya? When it's just like, if you can do that, just I don't know, call your people,
I mean, the only thing that
hire
I
some
don't understand
ninjas.
in that moment is why is Kaiba willing to help all of a sudden? No, I'll do it. Like, wait.
No, I think because like, the thing is with Kylo, the reason why he's interesting is that he's the worst person on the surface, but there's a good person in there somewhere.
yeah,
Like you just have to
Yeah.
dig and find it. But like
But
you're on the surface, like you have to dig very hard.
for that
But
moment,
like
during that moment, for me, I felt like, why are you being like Zuko and Kitara? Why
no,
is it like Zuko and Kitara moment?
it's because at that point he's giving his excuse for helping at that point is like these punks threaten Mokuba. That's it. So it's like, oh, I need to.
well, I
It's
think
under the guise of I
they
want revenge.
threaten Mokuba and they're distracting Yugi. I need Yugi to freaking duel me already.
And what did I want to?
Yes, it just felt random, but I get it though.
And can I also ask a question? When Yugi got dragged underwater and he was about to die and stuff, what did the cast not get damaged? Did the cast not get wet?
Part of the cards.
Don't ask me.
Heart of the cards, boss.
Just shut up. Just shut up, Jill. Just shut up and enjoy the game.
No, that's why you also want to ask Marik, what's the point of sinking Yugi if you want to get the Sky Dragon, Slifer the Sky Dragon? If you sink him, his card is at the bottom of the ocean. What was your plan? Like, yo,
But like you said
Marik.
earlier, maybe Mary was planning on getting his scuba diver guys to go and.
Yeah, but
you
I'm
know,
saying by that time, if we're
the
talking
card
about
was
the physics
ruined.
of card, the card's gone.
The card is ruined, but don't ask too many questions. Just enjoy the game. It's like watching SpongeBob and asking how can you set a fire underwater. Just
Yeah, how is he selling burgers underwater? Like, oh, okay.
How are they driving underwater?
how are they driving? How is the fuel underwater? How is the fire underwater? How can you cook underwater with fire? How is the electricity underwater? Nobody else is dying. That's
Dude,
just
like, there's so many questions in that show. I remember there was a show where there was a live action gorilla. Obviously, it's a guy in a gorilla suit, and he was just causing like chaos in Bikini Bottom. And eventually, Patrick, out of all people, was like, "Oh, SpongeBob, how is it that this gorilla is underwater?" And the gorilla was like, "Oh, flip, they got us," and he left. I'm like, "What the hell is going on?" Yeah. So yeah.
that's that logic. Apply that logic to the Yu-Gi-Oh universe, especially in this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, because also like you look at this Millennium item and you're just like, wait, Marik, how did you get it?
I've always wondered how Marik got this thing.
Because
Millennium
like
item.
when Pegasus had to go get his one, he had to go through a whole thing in a whole labyrinth.
Leaps and bounds.
No, the Millennium Rod was always was an heirloom of the Ishtar family.
Oh, so he just jacked the heirloom.
So it was always there from father to son, from father to son, from father to son, all these 5,000 years.
So then why didn't he just use it on his son and just make him want to be the person who's going to do this thing for the tomb?
Because in contrast, Marik's ability to access the Millennium Rod was far greater than what his father could do at that point in time.
Okay, all right.
Remember, people don't realize is that the Millennium Puzzles are inherently evil. Even the Millennium Puzzle.
Yes.
They're forged by evil. So the darker the person who uses it is, the more power it affords you.
Ew, that's why the Millennium Puzzle is practically useless and it just allows him to transform into Yami.
Yeah.
So it feeds off your evil side.
But then also you want to look at Ishizu and you're just like, if you could perceive the future, why don't you just hide the rod then? Why don't you just take it away and just put it somewhere where he couldn't find it?
That's the thing. She can't see the face of people who currently wield the rod or who have wielded the rod or any other Millennium item. That's her weakness.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense.
All right. So
which is bullshit, because if you look at the Millennium Eye, it didn't care whether the Pharaoh had the Millennium Puzzle or not. He could read all the minds he wanted to.
Yes.
But not with Ishizu, who can apparently see the future, but not with her. No. Your power is too great. Read minds? No. Everyone can do that, but not you. No. You need a blur zone. We need to give you that. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Let's ask the big question. Which one was your favorite monster of this season, apart from the Egyptian gods, I assume?
Okay. Geez, which one was my favorite monster? What was that sword one? I mean, if we're going apart from the Egyptian gods, because Obelisk, obviously for me, I love his design.
Obelisk is the one.
But like, if we're talking
season, let's be honest. This part is actually Obelisk's season. The next part, that's where you start seeing Slifer coming to his stride, because Yugi knows how to use Slifer. But this one, it's Obelisk's. So he's center stage in this season.
Yeah, but if we're talking in terms of the other monsters, there was that sword monster that Yugi had.
Buster Blader.
Yeah, Buster Blader.
I was hoping someone would say that it was my favorite one this season.
Hey, that doesn't sound so right. What did you guys say?
Buster Blader.
Buster Blader.
Yeah, what did you hear?
I heard Master Blader, and it sort of sounds like.
Oh.
Okay. Excuse me. Let me just correct it, because I've got receipts. Okay, hold on. I wanted to bring my book, because this is the book I have of this season. Lord, go.
Yeah.
Like when I was about to go into a hospital and stuff. So it was one of those books I was busy reading when I was reading in line.
Let me see. Oh yeah. Where did you get that?
Exclusive books.
Ew.
Okay.
I was okay. No, that's a free plug. Let me just say, pay us. before I start promoting you, ne? Oh, which reminds me. Oh my God. Oh yeah. This video is sponsored. Yeah, let's just say before that, like 3, 2, 1, advert, and then wow, yes, go guys. You go like and comment and subscribe so you can win. All right, make sure that it happens the day of the contest. The contest has already started now. I'm gonna squeeze in the advert. I don't know where, but it's supposed to have come at the beginning of this episode. What?
You can still do it.
Yeah, you're gonna do it. Don't worry, you'll be fine. It's not
I'll
like
do it.
live, so
I'll do it in post.
yeah.
But, yeah. I'm only gonna keep this clip right here just to
Yeah, we
show
don't
that
have to do it
this is the
live.
best.
Exactly.
Anyway, where is the picture I was looking for? Oh, look at these drawing designs. Sometimes the people underestimate just how well drawn these things were.
Yeah, no, that guy went hard, eh? He went really.
Look at Seto Kaiba and Yugi at this point.
Kaiba's Batman cape.
Yeah, that cape
That
is
thing
a
has a
paid
life on its
actor.
own, eh? It puts Piccolo's cape to shame, bro.
Sometimes it's flowing, sometimes it's completely still in the animation.
That jacket is a paid actor. It's designed to make sure that it makes Seto Kaiba look good.
Yeah. It actually also makes Yami's
there's
coat
Master
look
Blader.
like nothing. Oh, I see.
Am I too close?
Yeah,
Master
No,
Blader.
I can see it.
Beautiful design.
You know what's also crazy about Kaiba, right? Like when you think about it, if this is him when he's supposed to be good, what was that evil side actually going to be?
A proper nuisance.
Yeah.
Like, what was actually supposed to, like, what was the evil Kaiba was harboring? Because I'm just like, you're no better than when you actually started. Actually, I think you've gotten worse.
It's the same guy. I don't understand.
It's called Superconductor Thunder Force. I was wrong. Here's the tag.
Okay.
So,
Superconductor Thunder Force!
I'm trying to imagine how they're going to say it in Japanese. Superconductor Thunder Force!
Yeah, no, somebody said that if you say pasta names with a Japanese accent, it sounds like anime attacks. Spaghetti!
Yeah! Macaroni!
No, that one you have to hit it with the low byakuya. Macaroni.
Cut. Macaroni.
Okay. Master Blader, is also my favorite master of the season, apart from the Egyptian gods. Mr. Extrodin, what was yours?
I honestly don't know. Hey guys, I'd be lying.
Wow.
Since you guys have said that Dark Magician Girl was introduced in this one, she would be my favorite.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a good pick. That's actually a good pick.
And she does the most in this fight, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I think at a point it seemed like she was meant to outshine Dark Magician, even though you know that Dark Magician is more powerful, but it just seemed like she was. I mean, there was a point where it's like Yugi was just deliberately choosing her.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Well, I think also the Dark Magician was just like, I'm not dealing with these Egyptian gods. We've been here before, Yugi. These things, they split the sky.
You may not remember, but I do, and I am not part of this hot mess. I'm like, I am OUT out.
I feel like with her, I was always rooting for her. You know, you just wish that
my boy took the biggest L after that Dark Magician versus Dark Magician duel. That's when he was like at his zenith as a monster character, because he was also doing both Dark Magicians are doing the most. The most side eye things ever. Like, look at me. I'm actually looking at you. Like, and like, you're gonna sacrifice me to beat him? Like, are you sure you're gonna do that, sir? Are you sure? You really gonna do that? You're gonna kill me? And then they're like, the other Dark Magician is like, I'll save you, my master.
Yeah, them Dark Magicians were especially like the I don't know what we call them, the Dark. The Dark Black one, the Super Dark Magician. He was like, I remember there was like a frame where he's like looking at that guy in the clown costume, and he's just like, is this guy serious?
You know,
Hey.
Are you
Wait.
sure you're gonna sacrifice
Like,
me?
did I hear that right?
Like, you sure? Me? Out of all
But you
people?
guys are actually right, because I remember, I could be wrong, but I remember even with the opening themes, at the end when it's like, doo, it's like you start seeing these other dark magicians now.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah. That was,
I'll even show you. There's the duel that happens between Yugi and the. It actually happens in this frame. That's why it's in this. That's why you see the Dark Magician in this cover. So you
Ah.
actually see the side eye happening in this actual manga. I'll start reading this in front of you guys. It will be a sleepy time ASMR.
Ah.
Hey guys, welcome to reading manga with
you know
Tebello.
what? I dare you to actually do that as a separate video and just upload it. Just upload
Hey,
it.
people in the ASMR game are killing it. So you don't know.
People on the what?
In the ASMR game, they are killing it. They're getting
What does some
a lot of.
ASMR mean?
The what?
I forgot the term, but it's basically just like
Autonomous something sensory overload.
audible, yeah, meridian response. I think.
Yes.
No,
So
they.
basically, they're using sounds to manipulate and having those weird little tingly sensations in your head.
Mm,
I don't know if you've ever experienced those things before,
probably.
or just help you enter into a state of deep relaxation so you can
Yeah.
actually pass
Pass
out.
out. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Uh,
look, there are times. Back. Okay, I'm gonna give you files of my back in my crazy days. You know when you are very very sick and you can't sleep
yeah.
because your heart is literally trying to keep you from sleeping. And I used to have to listen to these.
Oh,
Well, not necessarily go hunting for alien stuff very day. I think the one that helped me was like watching Bob Ross paint because it related to my creativity. So I was watching a man make a canvas, but he was also very calm and very relaxing, and it actually helped me calm
mm.
down my anxiety so that I'd actually try and sleep. But which didn't work. I was like up all night. Things you learn anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't be watching what you really like when you want to sleep because
Oh no,
Yeah.
no. It worked when I was healthy. It was like, oh, okay, I'm getting better. I can fall asleep now. But when you are very sick, that's how I know it's like, but you are relapsing. Yeah, you can't sleep at night anymore. Call the doctor.
hectic.
Oh,
Hectic. Anyway, I guess then we've covered everything that we needed to cover for this Battle
yeah,
City.
I wanted to show because it's not fair for me to show my Buster Blader without showing.
Oh, and also I just want to ask, and I think you guys might give me the answer that I think I'm
Look
looking.
at this beautiful drawing of the Dark Magician girl. It's one of my favorite. I don't know if it shows. You see that?
Oh, that's when
Yeah,
she does that whole reversal thing.
But the way they do it in the manga is so well
it
drawn.
is.
Mm.
It's like
Yo, I really wonder how many assistants this guy had. Eh? The level of detail is
the
crazy.
level of detail is crazy. And as fellow artists, we know what we need to go through in the background to make these like
Eh,
the line work. All these lines, I sometimes think about as like, wow, what time do you get to sleep?
It's crazy.
But
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, like, is this the last time we see Serenity? Because I don't remember in future arcs
oh no
seeing
no,
her.
in future arcs. Okay, now she continues because she does walk. She does travel with the gang.
Really?
oh,
Yeah, in this particular.
I don't remember because I'm rewatching everything when I get the chance.
So
So I'll tell
no,
you.
no, she does travel in the gang. She does travel with them into the blimp. And when Joey is OUT, she's the one next to him in the hospital bed.
Oh yes, I
Eh,
remember. Yeah, I remember that. And
she,
she was just
she
saying like you were there for me.
and she was busy crying, and then she ends up becoming the also Mai's nurse basically because she's also taking care of him,
Yes, I remember that.
which which makes me laugh. It's like after this scene, she's basically the person you rely to take care of you. It's like take care of the weak, my sister. Bye.
It definitely takes the Sakura role for sure.
Yeah.
Not better than Sakura.
And Taya, much better than Taya. Taya was like, girl, everybody's so sick and tired of your friendship speeches. We need someone else.
That's Taya's problem. Taya's problem is she speeches too hard. It's just like, all right, we get it.
And
Good.
then, oh yeah,
No,
we come,
Have you ever heard of Talk no Jutsu? It's on another anime, not this
you
one.
know.
no, but like the other thing is, even when Naruto is doing his Toku no Jutsu, at least it's like it's effective, it's to the point, and it's at certain points. Taya throughout the entire episode, what do you have? What do you lack, Kaiba? What do
Don't
you
listen to him,
aspire?
Joey. Don't listen to him. All right, you have your friends over here. Just believe in yourself. Like, yo,
You can do it, Joey. That's why, and I believe that's why Yami and Yugi decided to go their separate ways. Like, I cannot survive another season of listening to this woman talk about friendship. So you know what, Joey, go stick with Joey. I'm gonna go that way. Okay, bye. Faye, we're going to save the day.
Because he also does the friendship speeches, but it's like he keeps it to a minimum and he doesn't make a soliloquy. But Taya, good God.
Take the spotlight. Like, it's my moment.
Like, I like her as a character, man. But my issue is that friendship stuff. It's just like she lays it on too thick.
Warner,
maybe
you know what?
we didn't have female.
Have you guys watched the abridged series yet? I must send you the link because that's all she does. I think her most interesting part is when she gets possessed by Marik and Marik doesn't know what women like,
Yeah.
so he doesn't know how to act like a woman while possessing this person. Like, oh no, I, Tay Gardner, am on my period. I must insert multiple tampons.
Wow.
Otherwise, I might end up pregnant. Like, that's
I gotta watch this abridged. I wonder how far did they get into the abridged.
to the end of the Orichalcos arc.
Oh,
that's a
lot.
That's a lot, I know, and it's hilarious from that. I think it's boring-ish at the beginning because they didn't know he didn't get into his stride. It's a one-man show, by the way,
Oh.
and then once he gets into his own rhythm, it just takes off. I think the part
So he's also doing the voices for the female characters as well.
he was, yes. I don't know if they got someone. They got a few voice actors later on.
Because like I love the Hellsing abridged. Like I think that's the best way to watch the Hellsing series is through that
Yeah.
abridged.
For me, Hellsing Abridged is more canon than canon.
Yeah.
You know, because there's a part where there's a scene where he gets where say Integra gets a letter from the character organization, and if you activate the Canadian subtitles, you just hear Enrico Maxwell. Why that filthy slime, arrogant Italian piece of Maxwell, it's been far too long.
No, I love that part where he's like, so I went for a walk because the bulls.
I need to check it out.
Yeah, I love that. Like, what's this? I did. I went for a walk.
No. It was like, what did you do? Oh, I can tell you, but you can't get mad at me. What did you do? Well, first, I was minding my own business. Bullshit, but I was. So what were you doing when you were minding your own business? While I was sitting there in my room like a baller, when these schmucks came into my door, and one of them said, "Get on your knees," which I spotted. I'm not your mother last night, and they took exception. Oh my god, I know all the lines.
Oh my god.
ADHD for the win.
I love that series.
Anyway, so I'll send you guys the abridged series. I think we should close now because we're gonna go into forever rambling territory.
Yeah. But okay, then I guess should we go into favorite characters for the arc?
Yeah, what are your favorite characters of this arc?
Yeah, it's still Yami. Yami is still. It's Yami, then it's Kaiba. Like as much as I make fun of Kaiba, I love Kaiba as a character. He's so vexing, and I guess that's what makes him interesting.
I don't know. I think for me, okay, I think it might be Kaiba instead. I don't know, either Kaiba or Yami, but I still feel like Yugi sometimes, man. Like sometimes I just don't get it. I just don't understand this kid. Like honestly, seriously, like sometimes I really don't understand the length that he goes through to get himself into trouble and to try to get himself out of trouble without Yami. I'm like, my man, like I really don't get you. Like I really don't get you. You know, sometimes I really don't get him. So for me, he's not really the best character in this arc.
No, I said Yami. Like
No,
Yugi is number 5 for me.
Like I'm saying, the great ones, it's obviously Yami, and I think also I like Kaiba a bit more because of Obelisk. But I feel like Yugi is not great.
No. My favorite for this arc and it's not for like the gameplay but everything. It's just This arc, this is where you see Yami go into his stride, and that's why I like him. It's like, and how do you know? He changes his wardrobe. He takes off this jacket, he puts it on his shoulders, and it becomes more dramatic than Seto Kaiba's cape.
Yeah, that's how I'm saying
Like,
that.
how does every time I was used to watching, it's like, how is it fluttering like that without flying off your shoulders? Is it pinned? Do you have pins somewhere?
The power of the pharaoh.
Like, I honestly imagine like anyone who's gonna cosplay this role, how are you gonna keep that on your shoulders without even like
I know Pharaoh's drape was really good. Like you
that
even
drip?
don't
They're
think
just
that
like
this is school uniform. It doesn't even feel
Yeah.
like school
And
uniform.
like the other thing is also they changed the animation for the transformation, which I appreciate because I like this transformation in this season better than the last one because the last one it was just a column.
yes.
Yeah.
Light.
It's that he wears a choker. He really goes into the goth phase.
Yeah.
No, for me it has to be Yami. At this point, Yami's drip was at its best. It was at its zenith for me.
And like Yami also, when he talks, like he could be losing the duel, and he's like, "It's time for you to lose," and you're like, "Oh wait, what are you gonna do, Yami?"
Like you are at 600 life points. Your opponent is at 1,200. What are you going to do?
It doesn't laugh. It doesn't laugh a lot like in the previous one because he was laughing a lot. Why is he laughing? Like no.
No, he doesn't laugh. The laughing. I think it starts happening in the when they're in the tower because that's when he starts confusing Kaiba.
Yes. I'm coming.
But I guess then we've covered everything that we need to cover for the series. I think we just wait for Mr. Extrodin to come back in, and then we can close
We
out.
can say that. I just want to add up that this arc is for me was way more enjoyable. Way more enjoyable
No,
than the first.
I liked this arc that I like this arc better than the last arc. I think because the last arc was doing a lot of setup and
Right?
everything, but I also think this arc is a lot like is no, but all of it is uber dramatic. But it's just like I'll give Pegasus this. At least he wasn't trying to murder people. Like he was just snatching their souls, but he was putting them in a temporary space. Marik was just trying to off people.
Straight up murder.
Pegasus was just a rich guy who was bored, so he started stalking people and trying to
Yeah.
snatch
He had
souls.
he had the money. I mean, at the same time, Pegasus is the most irresponsible leader. I don't know how you think. You create cars that you know are as powerful as nuclear weapons, and then what do? You send them off to museums and stuff.
I don't think he knew what he wanted because he was changing his mind every 5 minutes. I think Marik
That's
has
why I
more
think
focus.
that Millennium Eye must have been frying his brain. I was like, you know
Yeah.
what? I should keep this card safe. And then the darkness in the eyes, like, no. Send it to the far side of the world. You know, who cares? Just let out of sight, out of mind. It's one of those things.
Like I think that Millennium.
At me.
So make sure he's as far away as possible. Then I don't want to see Obelisk and Slifer and Ra. No. Because like that's the thing with that we have to get into it with Bakura when we do get to it. It's just like I don't understand how that relationship was gonna work and who's more powerful, the pharaoh or the items? I don't know.
Yeah, because they never. You see, that's the one thing that always vexes
Not
me
clear.
about all of Yugi in the whole. You never understand what this power of the fairy that they keep talking about is. We see, we learn at the end of the season what the actual mission was. That there's all this is actually one part of one very large, 5,000-year-old long shadow game. But we find that out only in the end. But right at this point in time, they're all talking about the power of the pharaoh, but we don't know what this power is because we know the only hint that you know about this power of the fairy that they speak about is that the pharaoh managed to seal away the shadow games forever. But then, the moment the puzzle was complete, the shadow games returned. It wasn't necessarily like, oh wow, it's not gonna happen anymore. But the moment he completed, it was like, okay,
It was not a permanent solution.
it wasn't a permanent solution. So that's not really the power they're talking about. Wow, okay, we are talking about deep things and they're supposed to be closing out. Anyway.
All right.
Anyway,
All right.
thank you so much for lasting with us. It is once again. Oh, I think the title is going to become the three-way returns because the last time we had this is the first time since the three-way that this is the last three-way we had that we had three people in this channel in particular. It's been in with the three of us have been in other shows, but not in this particular show.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Also,
thank you.
also the Kazazumoto one, right?
Yeah, Kazazimoto as well. Anyway,
Mm.
thank you so much for your time, guys. Thank you for listening. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. We
Comment
love
on the video in the YouTube, please.
Plus,
If this is gonna become our catchphrase. Comment, please.
No, but I'm saying don't send videos, don't text us, don't call. Put a comment in the video. It helps in the algorithm to push out the video, please.
It helps a lot indeed. And once again, like I've asked you before, I want to become more viral than herpes. So the only way it spreads is through mouth to mouth. So keep talking about us. Keep sharing us. Keep spreading us as far as you can. We thank you so much for your time. Have yourself a very pleasant day further. Peace out.
Peace.
I'm gonna get sued at this rate.